Welcome back to my Scrape Universe. It's your boy R's back again with another video. Yeah, I know I'm late on this fucking video. Basically, everybody who's a part of the Dragon Ball community has made a video like this already, but I procrastinate, so sue me. Today we're going to be talking about Frieza, but I'm going to be doing something a little bit different where I'm going to be pointing out basically what Frieza was trying to do in this tournament, and I'm going to be trying to combat arguments that I've heard about Frieza regressing as a character in Super, and well, not really in Super, but specifically the Tournament of Power. I'm going to be countering those arguments because I've had discussions with multiple people in the Discord and on my channel about Frieza and his character, and a lot of people are basically also the same thing, that his character is being kind of fucked in this tournament. I'm going to try to counter those points. Some of the major arguments that I've heard is that, you know, he's taking too much backsass from people. Like, he's taking backsass from Goku. He's taking backsass from Gohan. He's just, you know, he's working with Saiyans, which is against his nature, right? Stuff like that. I've heard a lot of these arguments. People saying that his golden form is basically trash. There's a lot of shit. So let's just try to jump into it. So in order for you to even make these claims, in order to make, you know, the arguments that I've heard, I don't think people really understand the weight of what Frieza is trying to accomplish in this tournament, right? So just so you guys understand, because I'm gonna refresh your memory here. Frieza's plan, you know, his goal and his reason for entering in this tournament is to get the Super Dragon Balls to control the gods. Okay? So by controlling the gods of the Super Dragon Balls and being one of the last people on the stage, that means that he can control Zeno, the Grand Priest, all the God Destructions, the Supreme Kais, everything. Okay? By winning this tournament and getting those Dragon Balls, he literally controls the entirety of the multiverse. Everything is in his hands at that point. No one can stop him. He is basically unrivaled in the multiverse. He would truly become the multiversal emperor. Okay? Now, here's the part that I don't understand from other people and their arguments, shit like that, is if you know that this is what he's trying to accomplish, why do you expect him to blow up at any instance of disrespect in this tournament? Because that's basically what I've been hearing from. I'm not trying to straw man or anything. These are legit arguments that I've heard from people in my comment section, people I've talked to. People who complain about, oh man, why you let Goku punk you like that, or let Gohan punk you like that. So let me get this straight. In order for him to stay in line with what you think Frieza's character is, right? You think that he should blow up against every instance of disrespect, when if he just takes the bullshit, right, and sits back and let his plan hit fruition and gets control over all the multiverse, that he should threaten that plan by countering every instance of disrespect that he receives. That doesn't make any sense, okay? Let me put it this way, all right? This guy, just for taking 48 minutes of bullshit, that's it. 48 minutes. That's it. Right? If he wins and his plan goes the way he wants it to, he gets control of all the entire multiverse. There is absolutely no reason, none at all, right, for him to put holes in his plan and get other people to be ultra wary of him, if that's not his main goal, because that's going to put holes in this plan, right? So the reason why he's taking all this shit from all these different characters, the reason why he's working with the Saiyans, the reason why he's taking this backsass, is because in the end of the day, he wins. If his plan goes the way he wants, he wins. There's no point in getting on Goku's bad side, Vegeta's bad side, Gohan's bad side, none of that shit, if that is going to be a thorn in his side in his plan, because he's basically on his own here, right? He has teammates, but his ambition is his own. Only he knows his ambition. So countering these guys and their shit talking and the disrespect will basically start to hint at what he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't get the complaints on that side. I honestly, another thing that I found that was interesting, and I know that I can't completely back it up. This is going to be a theory. The reason why I think he's just been sitting back and he's letting everybody fight for him, and I think in the most recent fight they had with Dispo, the reason why I think that Gohan was even eliminated, I think even that was within Frieza's plan. And you're probably gonna like, wait a minute, hold on. How did you come to that conclusion, right? So this is very simple. If you guys remember when he was fighting Topo, right? When he fought Topo and got out of and recovered in 30 seconds, that bullshit. He froze Dispo. Sorry, not Dispo. He froze Topo with paralysis and was actively trying to beat him, right? My thing is, why didn't he use that same paralysis on the guy who's really, really fucking fast? Think about it. You use paralysis against a guy who you know is ultra powerful and you need to slow down, but the other guy who is really fast and also powerful, faster than you are, you don't try to paralyze. Now, obviously, this could just be, retarded, shitty writing as per usual, and I'm thinking too much about it. But my thing is, when he had the speed advantage, before he went into his, super speed mode, right? Dispo went into a super speed mode. Frieza had the advantage in Golden Frieza. He was way faster than him. He was speed blitzing the fuck out of him. During that time, he could have paralyzed him and knocked him off the stage by himself. But I feel like it's almost like he knew that he was hiding that speed and that he was hiding that power. And he let himself get overwhelmed so that it would incline anyone. It didn't matter who it was. It inclined someone to help him. So it could be Gohan or 17. But either way, I think he had a feeling that somebody from the team would come to help him. Enter Gohan. Gohan gives him a plan where only he's the one who can restrict his movements, right? Because it's not that, like, Gohan's plan wasn't that brilliant per se, just limit his fucking movements. But if Frieza could have frozen him before he even did all that shit, before even all that was necessary, I feel like that he let that plan come to fruition on its own by having Gohan introduced and then make it seem like it was Gohan's unique plan when he probably thought that far. In my opinion, I really do think that Frieza's smart enough that he could have thought that far. And I honestly believe that he only let down his fucking barrier at that very key moment because he knew that the only option for Gohan at that point, or whoever was fighting Dispo, would be to do a self-sacrifice and knock both people out the side. Because again, the less people that are on his team at the end of it, right? The less people on the stage, that gives him a higher chance of being the last person standing and be the first person to get his wish. So he knocks off Gohan, which is one more person he gets rid of, and he's also getting rid of somebody that's really annoying on the opposite team. Not to mention, like, he dropped his fucking energy barrier, like his little key death beam thing with all 10 fingers. I feel like he dropped that, like, at a way too convenient of a time. And it also doesn't make any sense how he lost his grip and he was low on stamina, even though he barely was fighting the entirety of this tournament. I just found that it was a little bit too odd and a little bit too convenient for me. At the end of it, I honestly believe that Frieza's character is completely undamaged for the reasons why I listed. It makes complete and utter sense for Frieza, to me, to take all this bullshit from all these different people in order to get multiversal level control. That's just my opinion that's my take. I really do think this is all a part of Frieza's grand plan. And obviously you don't have to believe in it. You don't have to. But I don't think him taking shit from other people is a regression of his character. Or I also don't think that him getting his ass kicked in Golden Frieza makes his golden form fodder. I really feel like that's kind of a weak argument because, like, everybody's final form in this tournament has been made to look like shit in order to give Universe 7 some false sense of a challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, Goku half the time when he used the Super Saiyan Blue was getting his ass kicked and getting his shit kicked in. Vegeta got his new Vegeta got his new transformation, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? And he still couldn't get any real good blows on Jiren. And even when it was a 3-on-1, he still was getting his ass kicked. Like, everybody's final form for the most part has looked like shit. Super Saiyan Blues look like shit. Gohan, even in his Mystic, has looked like shit. And Golden Frieza has looked like shit. I mean, I feel like it's kind of weird to just point out, you know, his golden form and just call him golden trash when basically everybody's final form for the most part has looked like trash in this tournament. But again, that's just me. At the end of it, I honestly believe that Frieza is going to be the winner of the tournament. I haven't watched anybody else's theories on this except for Mark's, totally not Mark. So I honestly agree with like his end result of his theory, which is basically that Frieza at the end of it, when Goku and Jiren are going to be in their final moments, I really do believe that Frieza is going to blow out the ground below them, and they're both going to fall through the ring, which is going to leave Frieza to be the last person standing in the tournament. I could be wrong. There are multiple ways this could go down, right? I haven't looked at the spoilers. This could go down one of three ways, right? The first way is that basically my theory and Mark's theory that Frieza wins and he gets the wish and then gets his wish to control the gods, and then that's the end of the tournament. The second option is that he attempts his plan to knock both of them off at the same time during that moment, and either both Goku and Jiren dodge it, and then Jiren proceeds to knock him off the stage, or whatever attack Frieza fires at Jiren and Goku gets reflected back at Frieza, and he gets erased from existence. Because basically, once you get killed, like again, he's basically erased. And then if it's Jiren who does that, which, let's be real, most likely if it was to be reflected back, Jiren would be the one to do it, then that means that Jiren would be eliminated, and that means that Goku would be the winner. And the third way that this would go down is that Frieza could show up at that specific moment, and he could try to do whatever he needs to do, and most likely Jiren is just gonna fucking knock him off the side, and then Goku is gonna try to beat him with the opening that Frieza creates. Then Jiren kicks his ass anyway and knocks him off the stage too, and Jiren is the last person on the stage. Universe 7 gets erased, and then he brings everybody back. Those are the only three ways I can see a tournament ending. I mean, I could be wrong on all three. Maybe none of those things happen, but that's just my opinion. Frieza is a slippery, slippery snake, guys. This guy will take whatever chances he has to and take whatever shit he has to in order to get that multiversal control. It's either he does this and it makes it look, and he accepts looking like a bitch a couple times, or he stays in hell for all eternity and never fulfills his ambitions. Multiversal control can motivate anyone to do anything. Your boy Ars is out.